Hey everyone, it's Denise Brown from the Caregiving Years Training Academy. I started helping and supporting family caregivers in 1990. And then in 1999, I started delivering workplace workshops to support those who were caring for a family member, family caregivers, working family caregivers. And I delivered these workshops on behalf of employee assistance programs and work life benefit companies. And part of what I did as I delivered insights and suggestions and strategies was encourage attendees to use their employee assistance program, to reach out for support, to reach out for referrals, to reach out for information. What was offered through the EAP oftentimes was just amazing. And the employees would say to me, "Will my information be confidential? When I call, who am I talking to? And will they alert my manager?" So, in essence, they needed to have a face with the name. They needed to know who was it that was going to answer their call because they were worried about talking to a stranger and trusting a stranger. So, there was a disconnect with trust. And we know that EAPs, even though they offer great services, have low utilization within the workplace. So, in the start of 2020, I had this idea, and that is we need to have caregiving solutions in house, in the workplace. And because of that timing, I couldn't go anywhere with it, but I've been marinating on it. And it just seems to me that if we really truly want to support working family caregivers and working parents, we have to look at an in house solution so that there's a department, a caregiving department, where they go because they know they can trust who works in the caregiving department. It's a fellow colleague. It's not part of HR. And unfortunately, there is distrust between employees and HR because the employees feel like HR reps the business, the company's best interest. So employees talk to their manager but hesitate to go to HR. And if there was a caregiving department staffed by employees who have had a personal caregiving experience, who are working parents, and who offer support and strategies and solutions, I believe that could make a difference. And you might think, oh boy, that is a cost to the business. The reality is, you can structure this caregiving department so that it's a revenue generating department. It could be a department that runs at no cost. So there is a cost, but there's also revenue because you could charge employees for strategy sessions, for family emergency planning sessions, which is what we offer. So, if you are a company, or if you know of a company, or you yourself are interested in this idea, please reach out to me. I truly believe an in house caregiving department that promotes from within, that uses its talent that is already in house to provide solutions and strategies and support for other colleagues in the workplace. It could be a huge win. And think about the big problem right now in the workplace, and that is retention. It is also hard to find talent. But if you are an organization that says, we are so committed to supporting our working family caregivers and our working parents, that we are creating this separate department, this caregiving department, and we are promoting from within. If you've had a caregiving experience, we want you to lead this department. So, in essence, the company is showing how much it values those employees, including that experience. Because the other thing that I know, unless you've been in a caregiving experience, you don't necessarily speak the language of working family caregivers. So if you staff that department with those who understand the stresses and the challenges, you're going to have a department that people go to, that people trust. The other thing that used to happen when I delivered workshops is that the culture in the organization would be different from organization to organization. So I went into some organizations where the culture was everybody carried their laptop. Literally, it was hallways of employees carrying their laptops. And when they would come to my presentation, they would be on their laptop typing. And the first time it happened to me, I just thought, what is going on? I mean, what is this? And someone later, after I returned and gave another presentation, said, this is our culture. Don't take it personally. It's what we do. There are also words that are used within a company culture. So I used to go to a call center and deliver presentations around stress. And the employees would talk about the stress of a survey that their customers completed at the end of a call. And so these call center employees would receive immediate feedback as to how they did. And they talked about the stress. Could you imagine? It was so stressful for them. But I didn't know that until they educated me about it. But let's say there's an employee who's has a call center experience, who's worked within that company, working in the call center, who also has been caring for a parent who understands both, is now a staff of the caregiving department. So that when someone from the call center calls and says, I need help with my stress, I'm worried about my mom falling, and I am having a terrible time managing the stress of these customer satisfaction surveys, that employee in the caregiving department understands immediately what that's like. You save time. So it's not the employee calling for help, educating, explaining, describing, defining. It is that employee in the call center calling that caregiving department and say, here's what's happened. And then immediately that employee of the caregiving department understands what that employee is going through and can offer suggestions and solutions, and more important, support. We can help an employee in our organization do this. We can help an organization create that in-house solution, that caregiving department. And we would love to work with an organization to pilot this. We would love to work with other resources to be part of the solution that we offer to organizations interested in launching a caregiving department. So if you're interested, please reach out to me. You can reach me through my website, which is careyearsacademy.com. Again, it's careyearsacademy.com. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Let's launch a caregiving department. Take care. Bye-bye.